Welcome to Healthier Daily. I'm Dr. Ben Carter. I want you to think about something you do every single day. You wake up and you drink a glass of water. Throughout the day, you try to drink your 6 to 8 cups. You are doing exactly what doctors have told you to do. You are staying hydrated. But look at the statistics. Despite drinking all that water, millions of seniors are still losing muscle mass every year. They are still stumbling. They are still ending up in the hospital with sarcopenia, that silent muscle wasting that steals your independence. So we have to ask the hard question, if water is the source of life, why isn't it saving your strength? The answer is a shocking biological truth. For a senior body, plain water is often dead water. It flows right through you. It flushes out toxins, yes, but it does nothing to rebuild the muscle fibers that are breaking down. It does nothing to stop the inflammation in your joints. But what if you could change that? What if with just one small scoop of a simple powder or a few seeds, you could transform that plain dead water into a muscle-saving elixir? To help us understand this transformation, Dr. Hinohara is here. Dr. Hinohara, you have a philosophy about water that completely changes how we should drink.
Thank you, Dr. Ben. Yes, the mistake is thinking that wet equals healthy. I ask my patients to think of their body and their muscles as a farmer's field. When you are young, the soil is rich. Rain, plain water is enough to make things grow. But after 60, the soil of your body, your muscle tissue is dry. It is depleted of minerals. It is cracked from inflammation. If you pour plain water onto a dry, cracked field, what happens? The water just runs off the surface. It does not penetrate. It does not nourish the roots. It just washes away the dust. To make a dry field bloom again, you do not need more water. You need an irrigation system that carries nutrients. You need water that is mixed with fertilizer minerals and pest control anti-inflammatories. You must become an alchemist in your own kitchen. You must turn your plain water into living water.
That is a powerful image, and that is exactly what we are doing today. The opponent's video gave you a chaotic list of 8 random ingredients. It's too confusing. You don't know when to drink what. Today we are giving you the water alchemy system. We have taken those powerful ingredients and organized them into 3 magic formulas or elixirs, designed for the 3 specific needs of your body. Formula 1, the activator. This is for the morning. It prepares the soil, your gut, and insulin sensitivity. Formula 2, the power flow. This is for before you move. It opens the pipes to deliver oxygen to your muscles. Formula 3, the builder. This is for the evening. It provides the raw materials to repair the tissue. By the end of this video, you will not just be drinking water. You will be drinking medicine. Before we mix our first elixir, we want to hear from you. Do you feel like you drink plenty of water, but you still feel tired, weak, or dry? If that sounds familiar, please just type hydrate in the comments below. And if you are ready to become a water alchemist and wake up your muscles, now is the perfect time to hit that subscribe button.
Welcome back. It is morning. You have just woken up. Your body has been fasting for 8 hours. In our farmer's field metaphor, the soil of your muscles is dry, hard, and tight. If you just pour plain water on this hard earth, it might not soak in deep enough. So our first task is not just to water the field. It is to open the gates and till the soil. We must prepare your body to receive nutrition for the rest of the day.
That brings us to Formula 1, which we call the activator. This elixir is designed to solve the two biggest morning problems for seniors. Those problems are insulin resistance, which is like closed gates, and sluggish digestion, which is like blocked pipes. To make this, we are going to use two of the most powerful ingredients from the opponent's list: fenugreek seeds and aloe vera juice. Let's start with the gate opener, which is fenugreek seeds. At first glance, these tiny golden seeds look like a spice you would ignore, but for a senior, they are gold dust. The opponent's video was absolutely right. You must soak them overnight. Why? Because soaking releases a special fiber called galactomannan and a compound called diosgenin. Here is the science made simple. As you age, your muscle cells often lock their doors. They become resistant to insulin. Sugar and nutrients float by in your blood, but the muscle won't open the door to let them in. This is why you feel weak. Fenugreek is the key that unlocks that door. It improves insulin sensitivity. It tells your muscle cells to open up because the water and fuel are coming. Without this step, your hydration is just sitting in your bloodstream, not fueling your muscles.
The story of Abdul, the 68-year-old teacher, is a perfect example. He was tired. His legs were weak. He didn't need more coffee. He needed to unlock his cells. By drinking the fenugreek water, he finally let the energy into his muscles.
Exactly. So we have opened the cellular gates. Now we need to smooth out the delivery pipes, which is your gut. This is where aloe vera juice comes in. Most people think of aloe for sunburns, but inside your body it is a miracle for the gut lining. It is packed with polysaccharides. These act like a soothing coating for your intestines. As we age, our gut lining gets rough and inflamed. This makes it hard to absorb nutrients. Aloe vera calms that inflammation. It essentially greases the chute. It ensures that the water and protein you eat later in the day are actually absorbed, not just passed through.
So here is the activator ritual. Before you go to bed tonight, take 1 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds and put them in a glass of water. Let them soak while you sleep. In the morning, the water will be golden. Strain out the seeds. You can eat them if you like, but the magic is in the water. Then add 1 ounce, which is about a shot glass of pure aloe vera juice, to that golden water. Drink this first thing in the morning. You have now opened the gates and smoothed the pipes. Your field is ready to grow. Welcome back. We have successfully created our first elixir, the activator. Your body is now awake. The gates to your muscle cells are unlocked and your digestive pipes are smooth. But now we face a new challenge. You want to go for a walk. You want to climb the stairs. You want to play with your grandchildren. But when you try to move, your legs feel heavy. They feel like lead. Why is this? It is because even though the gates are open, the river is not flowing fast enough. The pipes that carry the oxygen to your muscles are narrow and tight. It is like trying to water a garden with a hose that has a kink in it. The water just trickles out. To fix this, we need Formula 2. We call this the power flow.
This is my personal favorite. This formula is designed to do one specific thing. It opens up your blood vessels to flood your muscles with oxygen and energy. And to do this, we are going to use the #1 food on the opponent's list, beetroot powder. Beetroot is not just a vegetable. It is a delivery system for a miracle molecule called nitric oxide. As we age, our bodies stop producing this molecule, and our blood vessels get stiff and narrow. That is why you feel tired. But when you drink beetroot powder, it triggers a rush of nitric oxide. It literally relaxes the walls of your arteries. It unkinks the hose. The science is undeniable. The opponent mentioned a 2015 study showing a 16% increase in muscle power. That is because when the hose is wide open, your muscles get a massive surge of oxygen. You can walk further without getting winded. You can stand longer without your legs shaking.
But we do not stop there. To make this elixir truly powerful, we must add a second ingredient. We add Food 3 from the list, ginger extract. Ginger is the spark. It brings heat to the body. It improves circulation to the cold extremities like your hands and feet. When you combine the beetroot, which opens the big pipes, with the ginger, which warms up the small capillaries, you get a complete flow. You will feel a gentle warmth spreading through your body.
So here is the Power Flow ritual. About 30 minutes before you plan to be active, maybe before your morning walk or before you go gardening, mix 1 teaspoon of beetroot powder into a glass of water. Then grate in a little fresh ginger or add a pinch of ginger powder. Drink it down. You are essentially supercharging your blood flow. You are guaranteeing that every step you take is fueled by oxygen. It turns a struggle into a pleasure.
We love our community here at Healthier Daily. It brings us such joy to see you all. We would be so grateful if you would tell us in the comments what country or what state here in the U.S. are you watching from today. We read them all, and it inspires us to keep going. Welcome back. We have had a productive day. In the morning, we used the activator to prepare the soil. Before our walk, we used the power flow to open the pipes. Now, the day is winding down. It is time for the most important phase of all. It is time to repair and rebuild. But we have a problem. You can deliver all the best building materials in the world, but you cannot build a house if the construction site is on fire. In your body, this fire is called chronic inflammation. It is the silent enemy that burns down your muscle fibers faster than you can build them. It makes your joints stiff and your recovery slow. Before we can build, we must put out the fire.
This is the first half of Formula 3, which we call the builder. And to put out that fire, we are going to use the most powerful anti-inflammatory spice on earth, which is Food 5 turmeric. And this is a huge, but most seniors are using it completely wrong. The active compound in turmeric is curcumin. It acts like a fire extinguisher for your cells. It turns off the alarm bells that tell your body to break down muscle. However, curcumin is very stubborn. If you just eat plain turmeric powder, it passes right through you. Your body effectively absorbs almost none of it. You are spraying the fire extinguisher, but nothing is coming out. To unlock the medicine, you need a key. That key is black pepper. The opponent's video was scientifically spot on. Black pepper contains piperine. When you mix just a tiny pinch of black pepper with turmeric, the absorption of the medicine skyrockets by 2,000%. It turns a flavor into a therapy.
I remember the story of Gloria, the 73-year-old woman mentioned in the research. She had given up her garden because her knees were too stiff and her legs felt weak. It was the fire of inflammation. She started drinking a warm turmeric and pepper tea in the evenings. It wasn't magic. It was simply putting out the fire. Within weeks, the stiffness faded, and she was back in her garden.
So here is the first step of the builder elixir. You want to take a glass of warm water, or even better, warm almond milk. Stir in half a teaspoon of turmeric and a small pinch of black pepper. The warmth helps relax your body for sleep, and the spices go to work cooling down your system.
Now that the fire is out, the construction site is safe. The ground is cool. Now, and only now, are we ready to bring in the heavy trucks. We are ready to deliver the raw materials that will actually rebuild the muscle tissue while you sleep. Welcome back. We have extinguished the fire with turmeric. Now the construction site is safe. The ground is cool. But a safe site is not enough. You cannot build a wall with just air. You need bricks. You need mortar. You need the raw materials to actually construct the new muscle tissue. Most people think they need a steak to get protein. But for an older body, digesting a heavy steak late at night is hard work. It takes energy away from repair. We need materials that are light, easy to absorb, and powerful. We need green bricks.
This is the second half of Formula 3. We call this the green brick blend. We are going to combine 3 of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet from our list: spirulina, moringa, and chia seeds. Let's look at spirulina first. It is food 2 on the list for a very good reason. It is not just a plant, it is a protein powerhouse. By weight, it is 60% complete protein. That means it has every single amino acid your body needs to repair muscle tissue. It also contains phycocyanin, a unique compound that helps repair damaged cells from the inside out. Then we add moringa, the miracle tree. This is food 7. As we age, our bones get brittle and our blood gets thin. Moringa is packed with calcium for your skeleton and iron for your blood. It ensures that the new muscle has a strong frame to hold on to. You can't build strong muscles on weak bones. Finally, we add food 6, chia seeds. These are the hydrators. We talked about them earlier. When you soak them, they hold on to water. They keep your muscle cells plump and hydrated like a grape instead of a raisin. A hydrated muscle is a strong muscle. Plus, they add omega-3s to keep the cell walls flexible. So here is the builder ritual. You can blend a half teaspoon of spirulina, a half teaspoon of moringa, and a spoonful of soaked chia seeds into a smoothie, or even stir them into a glass of water. It might look a bit like a swamp, but it acts like premium fuel for your cells.
It is not about the taste. It is about the function. You are sending in the bricks, the mortar, and the water all at once. You are giving your body the exact tools it needs to rebuild itself while you sleep. You wake up feeling repaired, not depleted.
So let's look at what we have built today. We started with a problem. You are drinking water, but your muscles are still thirsty and weak because you were pouring plain water onto dry, cracked soil. The opponent's video gave you a list of 8 ingredients, but today we turn that list into a water alchemy system. We created 3 specific elixirs to solve 3 specific problems. You now have the tools, but you need the schedule. You need to know when to use them. So here is your daily hydration plan. In the morning, you drink Formula 1, the activator. Ingredients: soaked fenugreek water, a splash of aloe vera juice. Why this opens the gates insulin and smooths the pipes digestion so your body is ready to eat. Before your walk or gardening, you drink Formula 2, the power flow. Ingredients: beetroot powder plus ginger. Why this opens the hose, blood vessels to flood your muscles with oxygen and energy. In the evening or post-dinner, you drink Formula 3, the builder. Ingredients: turmeric and black pepper to stop the fire, plus spirulina or moringa chia to build the wall. Why this prepares your body for the night shift, giving it the raw materials to repair while you sleep.
Now, I want to give you a very important piece of advice. Please do not try to do all of this tomorrow. Do not take all 8 ingredients and mix them into one giant, terrible tasting cup of sludge. That is not alchemy. That is a mess. And do not feel you must drink 3 special elixirs every single day. That is stressful. Start with 1. Pick the one your body needs most. If you feel stiff and sore, start with the Builder Turmeric. If you feel weak and tired on your walks, start with the Power Flow Beetroot. If you have sugar spikes, start with the Activator Fenugreek. Be a wise alchemist. Listen to your body.
And we must add a critical safety warning. These are powerful natural medicines and they can interact with your prescription medicines. Beetroot powder. It lowers blood pressure. If you are already on blood pressure medication, or if you are prone to kidney stones because beets are high in oxalates, you must talk to your doctor before using this daily. Turmeric and ginger. These are natural blood thinners. If you are on warfarin or blood-thinning medication, do not start a high-dose regimen without medical supervision. Always treat these powders with the same respect you treat a pill from the pharmacy. If this water alchemy system has changed the way you look at that simple glass of water, please do us a favor and hit that like button. It helps us reach more people who are struggling with weakness. And please share this video. You might have a friend who is drinking gallons of water but still feeling frail. This recipe book could be the key to unlocking their strength. If you are not yet part of our Healthier Daily family, please hit subscribe and the notification bell so you never miss a guide. And for our final question, which of the 3 formulas are you going to try first? Is it the Activator, the Power Flow, or the Builder? We would love to see your choice in the comments below. And as always, a final reminder, the information in this video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult your own doctor or a registered dietitian before making any changes to your diet or hydration routine.
Thank you for joining us. Water is life, but living water is strength. Be a wise alchemist. Be well.